But real quick, want to know what also motivates you. Where does this motivation come from? Where does this motivation to get up early and go to the gym and do your self-development in the mornings? Like, where does that all come from?
From a range of things, like I just going back home to Mauritius. I was like seeing all my little cousins and going, wow, like these guys don't have the opportunity that I do. And one of my whys is to help them pay for their education, you know what I mean? In that world, or help them do whatever they actually want to do, open up a business, whatever they want to do. So that's one of my whys, to be able to be financially strong enough to do that. My parents, all our parents sacrificed enough for us to be able to live in this country. 100%. So to give back to them, retire them early, you know what I mean? Pay my parents' mortgage and all of that, for all future nieces and all that, and my future life, like my kids. I want to have kids one day, and nice looking, beautiful ladies out there that want to hit me up.
Look in the camera right there.
In 2 years, I got to concentrate for 2 years.
Guys, I thought you had a girl.
No, I've got no girl. Drop. No,
look at him sweating.
I don't have a girl actually. Nah.
No?
Nah, I got a.
So, hey guys, a man single in that.
What's up? Nah.
No way, brother. But
yeah.
I actually like what you said about like being financially strong enough. You hear a lot of people say financially free, financially free, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, actually, you have to be financially literate, even in terms of like,
100%.
No, you don't have to be at this point of like, I am so rich, I can be frivolous now. It's like, you always hate me when I use that word.
Fine, it's fine.
But it's like, are you financially literate? So you can get to a point where it's like, you know how to make the right moves, that you can actually start achieving a lot of the goals that a lot of people are like, nah, it's only when I get to there.
Because people that don't learn how to use money, like you could have, there's a lot of people out there that earn over 6 figures a year, but say you own a business, you're earning 200K a year. Your business is bringing in 200K a year, but it's taking out 190K.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something like that. But if you got a guy who's only making 60K a year and it's all profit,
But he makes his money work for him as well.
Yeah, he's making his money work for him. It's two different things,
And it comes from like the because I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's what it all talks about as well. It's like, you can have all this money, but if you don't know what to do with it, you're going to be running in circles and circles, because you're going to go buy the same stuff that you've always been buying. You got to go ahead and do this, spend it the same way, and so on.
Bro, my brother-in-law's a genius with money.
Yeah.
Like, he earns...
Hey, you see how I said brother-in-law now?
Yeah, I like that.
Shout out to the wedding yesterday. Yeah.
But for real, like, he earns well, but I've never seen him pay for anything. He's not stingy at all. Like, if he thinks something's worth paying for, he'll pay its price.
Yeah.
But I never see him buy something for full price just because he's always finding coupons, always finding discounts just online. He'll do a search, whatever. Or he'll be like, like with credit cards,
parking.
it's like, bro, parking, he'll always find.
Always got
like, instead of paying $17, like, now I pay $4.
Yeah.
Right? Go this place in the city. It's 100 meters further, whatever. But even with like credit cards and flights and storing up points and whatnot, and it's like, I think they're heading for their honeymoon now. I'm pretty sure they paid for like a bunch of it with their points and stuff and all that. And I'm like, you have money and you don't even need to use it because you've made it make you money.
And that's a big thing. It's like, instead of working for money, now you gotta. So this is what it is. Yeah, you working, even if it's like you're not bringing a lot of money, but you working, you getting money. Yeah, you have to store away a bit of money. But you just don't store it away. You also have to find ways of making that money work for you as well. Yeah. But that's where a lot of people get messed up, right? They save the money, and the money getting saved for no reason in a way.
I think the other thing is, like, my dad's always been like, when you make money, it's save, then necessities, then whatever you want to spend.
Yeah.
But whereas a lot of people, it's like, I'll save from whatever's left over after I've had my fun and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. Like, it's actually stupid. Like, you end up with nothing. That's why it's like, whenever I talk to some people and it's like, they've been working in even retail, whatever, for like 5 years, and it's like, oh, I have $200 in my account. How? Like, what have you done? What do you have to show for it? It's like, oh, I've been eating out. I've been whatever. Like,
you know how to what?
You're an idiot.
Do you know how to say? Like, exactly what he said. Money comes in today, right? They go out, buy food, buy this, buy that, and then now they have this much left. It's like, all right, I'm gonna save that money now. You feel? As soon as that money comes in, you straight away store 10% of that.
Yeah, it's about paying yourself first.
You know,
before, yeah,
pay
everything
yourself
else,
first.
yeah.
But the thing is, we are so used to paying the government, the bank,
Yeah,
this, that. Then
We
now
think
want to
it's more
pay.
important,
Yeah, and then now want to pay ourselves. By the time we're ready to pay ourselves.
It's
There's
all
nothing
done,
there.
Yeah, 100%.
You feel?
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you're able to store away money as soon as it comes in, store about 10-20%
Yeah.
straight away, and then if you're able to deal with how much you got there as well, then that's how you know you got it.
I think if you live at home, you can even do way more.
We way
Because like the way
way more.
my principle, it's from like Scarface the rapper. He has a song. It's like, if you make $12, you put 7 away, live off the 5, and never ever play with your safe. Right. So never touch the $7 that you
100%.
saved.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like I'm pretty like a live at home, no expenses, expenses, none of that stuff. My parents aren't Caucasian with their mentality, so they don't make me pay to live at home.
Hey, but that's facts though. So
It's like for me, it's like I really like if I
There's no
earn
excuse.
500, it's like I can really save 350.
no, 100%. So for me, it's like when I hear people say it's still 10%, I'm like, damn, that's looking low. But again, obviously now it comes back to you, your circumstances, where you at
of
with
course.
life. Are you living by yourself, or you can be living at home but also paying a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then I guess it really just kind of depends.
Or you can go to the level of just saying and not worrying about it and just making enough so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people out there like my mentor goes, people told him when he was broke that you should budget, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I never budgeted. And he goes, now I don't budget because I don't have to.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But that's just a 1%.
Obviously,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a different level.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 1%. But
we ain't like that.
Yeah.
We're not on that level.
bro, don't include us, bro.
There
What are
was
you
this-
saying? What are you
nah,
saying?
bro.
We, bro?
There was this
But-
funny ass
Nah.
photo on IG.
Please don't explain the photo again.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is it? If,
No, it's funny. I'm West African man, yeah, and it's
I
like
like that.
it was like the last time that I had $20 and I spent it, I didn't die. So hey, I'm gonna do it again, bro. And that's the mentality we have though a lot of the time. Man. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna be alive still, man. I'll get through this, but it's bad.
I mean, it's
you know?
not like you got to be careful though in terms of like thinking money's so precious and stuff.
Yeah,
You gotta know that money is just something that
It's a tool.
it's a tool for us. We got to use it like it's our slave. We're not slave to it.
Yeah, 100%.
So we got to use it like it's something that has to be used as well. Like I went to the Gary Van
Gary V, yep.
and there's a guy called Grant
With
Cardone,
Grant, the real estate agent. Yeah.
and he spoke and he said, and
Carlos, calm down, yeah?
Nah, the guy's amazing,
Bit
bro.
excited there, Carl.
he's a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
And he rents his house.
Wait, he's actually a billionaire?
Yeah, he's a billionaire, and he's never bought a house that he lives in.
Right.
So he rents his house, and he doesn't like his money is not in a bank. His money is he gets the money, buys a house, gets the money. So he's always moving that money. The money is being moved, and like you've probably heard the
Grant,
stuff
yeah.
he says. Yeah,
Bro, you know what's my favorite video of his, yeah? So, what do you call it? He was in a Rolls Royce, right? That was his car, yeah? And then it was like, yeah, I'm a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, right? But it's like, you guys know what my biggest mistake is? Buying this car.
Depreciates as soon as you drive it off.
And and I was like, damn, so you're on that level and you still consider
Still,
that
yeah.
your a mistake.
Have you heard of Mr. Flawless? He's a jeweler. I think now he goes by his actual name, Greg Una. And he's like, the stupidest thing you can ever buy is jewelry.
yeah,
He's a jeweler, right? He's like, if you're gonna buy, don't buy diamonds. He's like, maybe buy plain gold.
Yeah.
And he's like, literally, if you buy this stuff, just buy it because you want it. But if you're planning, like, oh, this is, I'm buying diamonds,
and then just in case
like,
if it all goes
investment,
wrong,
whatever, it's
yeah.
like you're an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
don't do that. He goes on like Breakfast Club and he said that everything. Like, it's crazy.
100%. It's weird as how like people like on that level they still say stuff like that.
that's
like
what
you
gets
said.
them.
And no one listens, and we still think
And we
that's
still-
the
we still
signs
do
of
it.
success, right? Like a
Yeah.
big chain and a Rolls Royce and all
No,
that
not
stuff.
even that. We think that it's like when these people get to this position and stuff like that, then they start saying this. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's almost like we think, you're saying that because you're at this point. Let me get there first, and then I can say that. Should we not have this mentality? Should we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird as they're telling us because on that video it's like lease cars, but we're over here getting car on a finance 60K. Then now it's like we're paying that off, and then it's like we're over here trying to say how can we get on your level. They're telling us what it is that we can do, but we're going the complete opposite.
Yeah. So what he says is the best thing to do is rent your own home, the money that you got to buy another house, buy it, as an investment property.
Yeah.
And let someone else live in that and pay it off.
Yeah.
For you, you know what I mean? And you rent your own home, so you don't have to. You know what I mean? You're paying less to rent a home than to buy a home.
Buy a home, yeah.
He said like literally. The most stupid thing to do is buy a house on a mortgage. Like at this age of time, like maybe for our parents it might have been different, but at this age of time, it's like the most.
Oh, nowadays you're saying
Now you just gotta find ways to go around it.
But
man.
it's obviously depends who you are. Like
if you're balling,
Yeah,
just do your thing.
yeah. It depends. Yeah, it depends. Like it's an opinion, so you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all through experience.
Yeah.
So what? So motivation comes through family, building a school.
What building is
I swear he said I'll pay for my relatives.
Oh no! Something get through school. My bad. I think that was my motivation. Sorry, my bad.
This guy sounds like a white person. Like,
where did this come from? What?
from Africa, you know, like
I want to go there and I want to go build
There's like
a
nothing
school.
there.
This guy,
Oh, sorry,
right?
no. I mean, what's wrong with building a school?
There's nothing wrong with building a school.
That promotes a
Yeah.
lot of fitness,
Hey,
health, and
100%,
well-being.
yeah.
Come on, man. I see you doing that.
Yeah, but
Okay, Bishop Jakes.
maybe you didn't say it, but maybe that's what I envisioned you doing. You got-
100%, 100%.
Come on,
Hey, that's something we
brother.
can work on, man. We can
Alright,
work on it.
yeah.
Mute his mic. He's
Use
getting
mic now.
rowdy.
Yeah, it's too much.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Like,
no,
yeah,
it's
with
more
that,
in
yeah.
terms of like breaking that cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
breaking that average income cycle and just making sure my next generation of family have want to do what they want to do and be their own bosses is pretty much what I want to do. Yeah.
For the sound like you got a strong motivation in that, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's got like to do like in not average things, you got to have strong enough motivation to you got a strong enough why. Like we talk about it as our why.
100%.
Has to be strong enough. Yeah.
I remember when I went to that session, it's like everything started off with why.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went on and I read this book, Start With Why.
Yeah.
You obviously guys will be very familiar with the book. And then I was good talk.
Yep.
And then from there, it's like I've always been telling people, it's like when your why is so strong,
There's nothing that can stop you.
you will do anything. You feel what I mean? Your why will make you get up 5 o'clock in the morning. Your why will make you stay up all night finishing off what it is that you're doing because it's just that strong.
And everyone's got that in them. Like
in them, 100%.
Like your why could be like, I've got to pay this bill. Everyone matches their why all the time. Like people are living like wage to wage. They match their why in terms of like, I've got to pay this bill, by next week, and they end up paying it. They do everything it takes, but it's just about realizing that why before things get too seriously. You know what I mean? Like at our age, we're so lucky to be this young in this time of time, and just being able to start write down our whys, and so that we don't have to get desperate when time calls. Yeah.
Nah, that's 100%.